This Lion fan base, Coach, they have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. Second and 5 now. Jackson, he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And Sanders now to return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will take over. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to second and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Topper. Rush in.
Second and 4. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Check line 54. Line 50. Protein spill. Show it. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Leo. Hey, turn it up. Get it.
Second and 9 now. He'll get this one to Galladay. They're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
No, I'm going to eat it.
That goes for a gain of 31.
No.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the shift. Go. Kill.
Here's Foreman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the safety creep. Right there.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. So 1st and goal, and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
It's just me and you. Fair. Check out route. Ready?
They'll run with Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
I'm letting you know right now. Rock it.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5, pickup of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go, set, 10 Lobo. Check. Go.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The kick by Sanders is good. Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. Possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Now it's the backup Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Check 31. Red 80. Red 80. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Hey, wahoo. Mike 5-4.
Darnold from the gun. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Kendricks with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson open here, Adam Thielen. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, come on. Here we go. Team, get off the field.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson being chased out left. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Jackson on 1st down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
We go side. Red 80. 54.
On first down, it's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
I got you, lady. Say. Shoot. Deuce. Me. I got him. I got motion man. Me. I got this. Red 80. 54's Mike. Check. Watch. Red 80. There we go.
Here's Darnold. Rolling to his right. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A game there of 30 big ones. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Check the backer. Pilot, 64, weak. Yellow 80. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Brilliant. Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he fires one incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey. Under 10. 10. Check 24. Check 9. Check motion. The red 80. 54. Red 80. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Darnold now to throw.
You got that.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Watch the ship. Hey, lady. Watch the ship. He's coming. Oh, lady. Check. Hey, lady. Watch twist.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big...
That's caught inside the 20. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
What up, dog?
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This one fielded at the 5.
Oh,
and it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
About 110.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace, because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. 6-6, pull it high. Option, option, option.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 2 yards and able to get the 1st down in the process.
Set. 55. Check. 55. Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up. Set.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Mike, right there in the middle, 55. Come on, baby, come on, let's go. Slam, slam, slam. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Yeah, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Cook. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check, watch. Hey, Haywood. I don't even know why this team showed up. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. To the right and complete to Galladay. That catch moves him over 100 yards now for this wild card game. And a first down as well.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. That's what I do. Red 80. Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On first down, Darnold.
Oh.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
54, right there, 54 Mike. Recon, 132 fighter. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Big edge.
Here's Sanders. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Yellow lady. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check back. Under crunch. Ship.
Another run here with Sanders. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, Any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Jackson now. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check 43. Wait.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time. From the gun, Jackson. And quick throw here, that's complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. 13 yards. Oh! The Vikings pick up the first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Lady, Mike's 54, Mike's 54.
Darnold on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check three, check three. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check, check.
Another run with Sanders.
I got you, boy.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Woo-hoo.
They'll look to throw. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab, and the Lions are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
51, Mike 51. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
There we go.
12 yards there. First down, Vikings. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Going to throw right side here. Complete. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Now Jackson. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here.